Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Pioneer, we're going to pioneer some Mardu Humans. So with Final Fantasy, we got some cool new human cards. Namely, I wanted to try Lightning Army of One and Joshua Phoenix Dominant. These are pretty good Boros human creatures to put in the deck, but I definitely forgot about one of the biggest humans that got introduced, Cecil, Dark Knight. It's a 1 mana 2/3 human knight that is insanely good in a human deck, especially for the aggressive push that we're aiming toward. We also got a sort of a pseudo protection in Zack Fair, a 1 mana, technically 1/2, that we can give its counter onto another creature and give it hexproof, or no, sorry, indestructible. That's very useful as well. So this whole deck is about the old human shell, but now that we have all these legendary humans, we can actually include Mox Amber, which give us an additional burst of mana in the early game should we need it. But be careful with Mox Amber because it definitely is a nombo with Thalia. No, not right here, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. So play your Mox Amber before you play your Thalia. If you play your Thalia, your Mox Amber will cost 1, and then it becomes pointless to pay 1 to get 1 mana. Right, so that's kind of the idea of this whole deck, is that we got a lot of new humans from Final Fantasy that we can try out in a human combo, synergy, shell, whatever you want to call it. But we also can fit in a few older cards that work very well in a human deck. We can, because we're slotting in black and red, we can put in Alesha, who laughs at fate, which whenever we attack, whenever, not just her, whenever we ourselves, the whole player attacks, right? At the end of the at the beginning of the end step, we can return a creature from our graveyard to play, where that creature is less than or equal to Alesha's power. We got a lot of things to power up creatures in this deck, but even just Coppercoat Vanguard means it so that I can use Alesha to bring back a 3-drop, and this deck kind of curves out at 3-drops. And we also can put in Jirina, Dauntless General, which means that we can now exile our opponent's graveyard and also add instant speed, give our humans hexproof and indestructible. The whole deck is human, so basically we protect the whole board. Comboing Jirina with Alesha means that we will never lose our creatures. That's insane. That's an insane combo that a lot of people have not tried yet, and I wanted to try out myself. Or a lot of people haven't tried prior to Final Fantasy, I should say, even though these were all part of the human package before Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy just gave us better humans to kind of combo with that. We can also slot into Kellen, Planar Trailblazer, as a 2/1 human. I don't know how good Kellen is because, you know, he is a legendary creature, so he could help us cast, or he could help us get mana with Mox Amber. But other than that, I don't think we're ever going to use Kellen's leveling up abilities. And then I also want to add in a Rosa Resolute White Mage. This is just a trial card because just imagine Rosa on Alesha or Adeline. Giving them lifelink is fantastic, and as they grow, they have lifelink and growing creature. It's going to deal a lot of damage, gain us a lot of life. At least that's what I think. Alright, so I'm going to try out this whole deck. Let's talk about the deck list. So early game, of course, we want to have Mox Amber for free mana, and then we want to have a lot of early game creatures. So we got 1 Cathar, 1 Skrelv, 3 Zack Fair. I cut the Skrelv because it's not a human, so that's why there's only 1 off. We have 4 Cecil and 2 Kellen Planar Trailblazer. So if we count the humans, or we count the creatures, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 1-drops, and you know, 3 Mox Amber, I don't want to count that, but 11 1-drops definitely allow us to have a turn 1 human on board, or a turn creature on board, and 10 out of those 11 are legendary, which means our Mox Amber gets turned on right away. Turn 2, we got 4 Coppercoat Vanguard, 4 Thalia's Lieutenant, 4 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, 4 Thalia's Lieutenant, and 2 Jirina Dauntless General. So of those cards, right, there's 14 cards. Of those 14 cards, only 6 of those are legendary, 8 of those are non-legendary, but that's fine. Well, like I said, we want to get legendary out on turn 1, and turn 2 we can protect our creature or grow our creature. But if nothing else, we can throw out Thalia and disrupt whatever our opponent's trying to do. Turn 3, we got 4 Adeline. Adeline's an insane card. You know, whenever you play human, you definitely want Adeline. We have 2 Alesha, 1 Joshua, and 2 Lightning Army of One. So this way we have a lot of 3-drops to kind of keep the curve. But you notice that with this, we actually cut Brutal Cathar in the deck. We don't need any removal. This deck is just all about aggro now, just all about dealing damage. And in turn 4, we got Rosa, which is kind of a pseudo card that helps grow the board, you know, one +1 counter at a time. It's not great, but you know, if you Rosa and put it on a Zack, you can move that later on. If you put Rosa on a Alesha, you can start bringing bigger creatures back. There's all kinds of good things that Rosa could do. I want to include one just because it gains life gain, but I'm not sure right now whether or not it's good. And finally, we have the lands, right? So we're very aggressive, so only 22 lands in the deck. We're going to have one Eiganjo, 3 Plains, 1 Takenuma, 1 Sokinzen, and we have 1 Godless Shrine and 1 Sacred Foundry for the Mardu color sets, but mainly they're all default white because most of our cards are white. Then we have 4 Cavern of Souls and 4 Plaza of Hero and 4 Starting Town. Caverns obviously naming human, Plaza obviously casting legends, and Starting Town any color we want. And Stones we play it early. And then we have 2 Mutavaults which we can turn into humans and get our human boosts. That's the whole idea of the deck. Very strong human synergy in this deck. I wonder how it will do, and let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Adamantian. Is that a Marvel reference? I have no idea, but I get go first. So... Cecil time. I don't want to pay. Don't need to pay. This does whatever I needed to do. Oh, Heartfire Hero. See, didn't need to pay there. Dahlia. Take 2. I also take 2. Ouch. 2 mana for a pump. Do I want my Thalia to die? Okay, what kind of pump can he have? Heartfire, Monstrous Rage, right? Didn't look like a rage there, but it could be. Oh, he plots. Slick shot show off. Dauntless Lieutenant puts a +1/+1 on each human. I can also go to Coppercoat, which puts a +1/+0. Alright, there's a slick shot. I might have to block the slick shot, so... We'll take a lot of damage for no reason. But Thalia is here. She's gonna do her thing. He can only play 1 spell. Monster's Rage? That's the only spell. Alright, we're gonna have to take 5 here. We do go down to 7. If I hit this, I'll go down to 3. Do I care about that? No, go down to 4, right? Then I flip. Yeah, that feels bad. Very painful. I can just die in a moment. But we do tax him out a bit, so we'll see. Ah, got there. Cecil does Cecil things. Alright, our opponent is DJ Vince Van Gogh. He's a DJ. Veteran Explorer. Wow, we don't see that very often. The opponent goes first. Double Thalia is no fun. And a Starting Town is going to start pinging me. This is definitely bad news bears, but... You know, if the opponent goes first, I get to draw an extra card. They're playing Yuna. I wonder what happens here. Swamp? Oh god. Never mind. This might be a turn 1 Thoughtseize, we lose game kind of game. Oh, okay. Turn 1 Duress is hilarious. Come on, you're a veteran explorer. Don't you have a Thoughtseize? Sokinzen. Sokinzen is important. Here comes the waste nuts. Dream. Well, you can only take one. And have 2 Thalia. Unless they have 2 dreams. Some people have 2 dreams. Hopeless Nightmare. Well, we'll drop Joshua, or do we drop Alesha? We'll drop Joshua. Starting town again. No, Mutavault is a creature. We're already down to 16. 14. Soon, Cecil will become the knight. No plays, huh? I can't actually bring anything back because I don't have anything in the graveyard. So, okay, starting town's definitely coming out this turn. Maybe Ahsoka's in this turn. Costs 2, right? He might kill my Thalia. Before it goes to damage, I think do I pay for this mana? I could flip Cecil, right? Alright, let's flip the Cecil, make him kill it. Bitter Triumph. Wow, okay. Zack's Hopeless Nightmare. Not sure about that. So next turn we play Alesha. And we get to bring Cecil back. That's pretty good. 2 cards to the top. Well, this makes it so that I don't have to pay life. That's pretty good. It's down to 5. We get Cecil back. So you have a me hook this turn. Having a me hook might... actually, no. Me hook can only do 1. Shieldred. Shieldred's fine. Yeah, right? Shieldred's fine. Looks painful, but come on. You can't survive this board. GG. Alright, our opponent is Darzilla. I don't know. Something. We go first. Alright, starting town, going first. Well, I don't really get to cast lightning with this hand, but we'll go with it. Zacharino. He's red. Scam. Oh man, I wish I had more white mana. Alright, do we Lieutenant here? No, I think we Coppercoat. And maybe we ignore it. Yep. The mana's pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is, you know? Okay. That's a weird no attack kind of play, huh? Plaza lets us play out lightning. Can't really protect lightning. I could also play out Adeline. What does Adeline do? I attack with Zack. I get a 1-1. 1-1 just gets... No, there's a 2-1. It doesn't really get chumped. It's pretty good, right? I put out Lightning. It does first strike, so it does 4 damage. Then this does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. Not quite that lethal that I'm looking for there. Maybe the surprise damage is worth more. Alright. Having this war won is pretty important. What are we doing next turn? I'm guessing we try the lightning, but do I hold up the +1 on the Zack? Sellsword. That's a lot to swing just to kill a Coppercoat. But okay. Is he gonna play the Sellsword? Dude. That's not a great play there. Cause now I could just lightning. Oh, I don't have haste. I forgot about that. I do have first strike, so there is that. I guess this guy just gets chumped pretty easily. Could I have double Lieutenant that turn? Lieutenants don't have haste, so not worth it. Also, lightning is lifelink, so she does have that. Army of one. Adeline should really be the army of one. I wonder what their plan is. Do we put it on Adeline or lightning? Let's put it on Adeline. I don't know if they can deal 4 damage to. Now what's the plan? Shoot off lightning? Did they just have a bunch of Sellswords? It's kind of funny. Yeah, they did just have a bunch of Sellswords. Alright, lightning's down, but Adeline's still here. This is coming away tapped, so that makes Thalia Lieutenant a little bit tricky, right? Because I can Lieutenant. I can Lieutenant twice. I think Lieutenant twice is better than turning the Mutable into a creature here. Because say if I turn the Mutable into a creature, I Lieutenant once. What happens there? Well, this will be a 3/3. Attacking with a 3/3, don't think that's worth much. I'm doing this only because I don't want to ping myself. I mean, this is 7 damage. You take the 7? Well, okay. It's gonna go down to 1. So I just gotta survive this turn. And I can kill him with a Mutavolt. Right? Infuriate? Okay. I mean, he might think that's a good play, because he might think, well, look at me, I got 2 creatures and I killed their Adeline, but you're a 1. I dare you to play through that game. Alright, our opponent is some words. I'm not even going to try to read those words. And we're going to go first. Alright, we got Zack, we got Cathar. That's pretty good. We got Madame Lightning there. We're in trouble because they're Leyline deck. This stuff. Scamp. How do I fight Scamp? Foundry? Does Foundry fight Scamp? I don't think he's gonna block here. Well, where's this ley line crap going? We'll try to block. Infuriate. Eiganjo it. Do they have like a one of those things that bring out another 2/2? I mean, they probably do, right? No? That was all they got? Sweet. Does kill my Cathar, but hey, you know, I'll take it. They have another creature though. They do. Hardfire Hero. I might need that, to be honest, so let's get the lightning. They do have Infuriate, it's just +3/+2. That's pretty painful. Do I just take this though? I mean, they didn't do Infuriate last turn. Nah, let's find out what happens. We can deal 4 damage to it. Monster's Rage. Did I have anything else? Titan Strength. What? Why? I don't... Sure. He got his own creature killed for no reason. Did he forget that my lightning has lifelink? Boy. Talk about a bad player. Another Hardfire Hero. Alright, bad players be damned. You can still play your game like that. I can bring back lightning, right? Let's attack. I can bring back lightning. I don't know if lightning is enough. So I gotta play everything. So Cecil with the Death Toucher. Dahlia's Lieutenant. Pumps the whole board. I'll end turn. I'll bring back lightning as a first striker. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It was just, you wanted to BM, but maybe learn to do the math a little. He deserved to lose. Alright, our opponent is 99 tats. Gross. Opponent goes first. Why not? You know, I'm starting to suspect whether or not I accidentally took the Mox out when I made the deck. Because that was it. Cecil. Copperline Gorge, huh? Well, Arena is pretty one-dimensional. Everyone just plays aggro. Don't know there's a 1-mana 3 damage card. Like Lightning Bolt. In Pioneer? What's the stick, huh? You want to burn me for 2? Is it Shock in your hand? Hello? Stomping Ground. Emissary? Yes. Coyote. Did I just trade? Doesn't hurt too much to take that damage. Let's go with the Coppercoat Vanguard. And I put the Dauntless Lieutenant out there. This will make it a 3-4. Not easy to go over a 3-4. Kumano. Like, okay. I was gonna block with him, but this is fine too. And if I attack, I will be able to get a 2, which make it a 3. That's not too bad. Not easy to kill a 3-3 Alesha. She's also first strike, so that's nice. I also have a 4-5 Cecil, which once it flips, he is going to give me lifelink, but flipping the Cecil is not going to be easy. That's a 3-3. Coyote? Coyote's going to give it +1/+1, right? Yeah. That's fine too. Is that it? I'm just gonna jump you. Alright, it's letting me just jump him. Which means Cecil attacks. He's gonna triple block? No, just one block. That's hilarious. I have a 6-4. Let's go. Is there a reason why I would hold up 2 mana? I don't think so, right? Let's just put out the Coppercoat Vanguards. So bring back the Lieutenant. I might be at 7, but oh boy, is this board a board. We're extremely warded up. I got a 9-7 lifelinker. He's just letting that go. I have a 9-7 lifelinker. Let's tax out his spells with Thalia. This is more or less lethal, right? I want to hold up Alesha as a blocker. Do I? I'm gonna gain 9 life. Everybody's indestructible. You either block or you lose. Opponent can't gain life and deals 3 damage to each opponent. That's pretty annoying. Alright, I'm gonna hold the Sokizin. Probably a Monster's Rage or something with a trample, right? Everybody block. What do you have? First of all, you gotta get over 4 toughness. Yeah, I didn't think so, little coyote. Not so cunning no more. Alright, our opponent is Burn Your Cosmos. Prominent Pioneer. Oh. We go first. Horrendous hand, if I should say so myself. This is not better, but I'll go with it. Once again, I cannot draw one of the one drops I have in the deck. I think there's there's only like 12 one drops. It'd be fair not to draw any in your opener. And then I immediately get Thought Seized. What would you take here, Jirina? I have no idea what to take. It's a very unorthodox deck. Bunch of the 2-offs, they're all in this hand. And all the 4-offs, not drawing them. It's black, so they're just going to kill every creature I play. This will be fun. Alright, our opponent's reading, so... Will you fucking hurry up? Jesus Christ. Double starting town? To take 2 here? I could draw another starting town and I get punished for that. Gifted Aetherborn. I did not draw another starting town. Lightning! He's a 4-2, but a 4-2 that does nothing if it gets killed. Trespasser. Alright. Very annoying. You want to attack? Bring it on. Didn't want to attack here. So, if I had Eiganjo, the Trespasser, what happens? Let's find out. Exile your graveyard. It's good gaming me. Why didn't I pay a life for this? Oh, because of the ore board. Of course. I knew that. Jirina is now protecting lightning. So we got that going for us. Although, if he targets... Nothing, huh? He wants to go to nighttime. At night, what can I do here? We'll play our Adeline. Alright, this 2-1 will kill his graveyard golden. Well, what are you gonna do? I got a 4-2 trampler. Four 4-2 first strike trampler. First strike, baby. Then you take 4. Take that mono black. And you toss these turn 1. Fatal push. Fatal ward. You could glutton. He keeps good gaming me. Oh, he's just leaving. Good game. Alright, our opponent is Renato Rodriguez. Veteran Explorer. We're gonna go first. That's special. How's it going there? Let's drop Zack. Do I Thalia him? Oh well, Zack's gonna die, right? Is Cecil? Okay. Cecil's interesting. Because I could drop the army of one. But I can't protect the army of one, huh? Duress, you got it. 2 mana Duress to get nothing. I hope you're happy. Not attacking. Is that right? Maybe you wanted to attack there. Not gonna play my army. You want to dress me again? Huh. Alright, well, send out the Coppercoat. Let's go. Lightning, do your thing. Right, Lightning is also first strikes. I mean, Thalia is also first strikes. I don't actually get the double damage. Hilariously enough. Could attack with Zack, but I don't want to lose Zack here, right? He's a protection. Unholy Annex? Yo, you sure about that? Alright, he's at 11. Now, if I just attack, it's not lethal. Oh, let's do the math here. No, even if he blocks, right, he'd lose half his health, so. GG. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Mardu Human games, how does this deck feel? It was very synergistic, and I think we got a good sort of combo set going with Alesha and Jirina. And a lot of these games, right? Just Alesha got us the game with all the humans. Lightning got us a few games by doing a double attacker when we're not drawing anything else. Lightning did pretty well, but a lot of times I forget. Lightning is not haste. First strike, trample, and lifelink, but not haste. So we gotta be careful with just throwing Lightning out there. Make sure you have a protection, like a Zack, or at least a Coppercoat Vanguard to give it War 1. Not much, but it's something. And then let's talk about the lands, right? So I honestly could not drop Mox Amber for the life of me, and 22 lands is enough with 3 Mox Amber. That's 25 mana sources, but there's a few things I want to cut. Eiganjo, Takenuma, and Sokuzin, those are perfect, but what I think I needed was an extra Eiganjo. I don't have any removal, so I have a lot of legendary creatures. Maybe more Eiganjo would work. So maybe it's 2 Eiganjo, 2 planks, or even 3 Eiganjo, 1 plank, because obviously we didn't need that many planks. A lot of times we get flooded, and those lands, early on, they can serve as lands. Late game, they want to serve as removal. So that's one thing. Another thing, Rosa, I don't think is necessary. I think we can cut Rosa out of the deck. Now, the whole time when I added Rosa was I wanted life gain. I happened to forget that Lightning herself, Army of 1, she is also life gain. So yeah, Rosa can go. I think we need another Joshua. Joshua's pretty good at drawing cards. We haven't drawn... I didn't really stick Joshua ever once, right? And so that's a problem, but that's... You know, I don't think that's too big of a problem because obviously we won a lot. So I'm not sad that we didn't draw Joshua. It's just that he didn't get his time to shine. So Rosa can go. I'm not sure what I would put in. Probably another Joshua. Maybe a Brutal Cathar. Maybe something to Haste Giver to give Lightning Haste. That's all I got at this moment for what to put in the deck. And that's really how I feel about this deck. Very strong human synergy. Definitely not the finest tune yet, but keep a lookout for this style of deck. I'm sure that in Pioneer, human will take off again because people love playing humans. And Pioneer humans have a very strong shell in the white cards, and Thalia and Adeline. Well, technically it was Skrelv and the Thalia and Adeline that obviously most decks really can't fight against very efficiently. Now that we have other cards to fill in that package, this deck is becoming even stronger. That's how I feel about it, and that I'm looking forward to see how it evolves. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.